It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. That
was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Herbert off of play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. From the 38, Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run out per catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, it's Jones.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, Jones. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and it's brought down. Shane Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And on first and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
An inside give to Jones. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Touchdown! Jared Cook from 21 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle here to Brown. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 7-7, our score after 1. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The slot man in motion right. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Off the option, here's Williams. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Herbert on first down now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 26 yards.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Watson. He completes it to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Aaron Jones, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
19-7, 19-7. Cougar 19.
On the option to give to Williams here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Herbert.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Play action. It's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 50, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Forced out to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Herbert.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Chris Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Watson off play action. They'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd and 10, Watson, eagle pressure, Jones this time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. The give is to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just a 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They snap it to Herbert. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Watson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Going deep here for Watkins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead, and Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Nuwagu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watson's throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Faking the give, now Watson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Watson on first down.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Watson now to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it. In the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. Well, now it brings up third down.
When you're leading in the football quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. They find some open field here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run some.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Herbert now. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Calvin Ridley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nwangu now from his end zone.